Hello and welcome to Here Tutoring. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can use your finger for the ACT reading test, both to practice your timing and to read and find information faster for the ACT reading passages. So first, let's talk about how you can use your finger to practice your timing for the ACT reading passages. From a previous video, we talked about how you should aim to read each passage in about 3 minutes, plus or minus 30 seconds. To practice this timing, just take an ACT reading passage. You can find a link to an ACT practice test PDF below this video, and use your finger to read the passage like this. Time yourself and see how long it takes for your finger to get to the end of the passage. First, try to see how fast you need to move your finger to finish reading the passage in about 3 minutes. Try to repeat this speed to get used to it. Then, for the actual ACT reading test, you'll know about how fast you should be moving your finger to finish reading the passage in about 3 minutes. If 3 minutes is currently too fast for you, you can maybe try to aim for 3 minutes 15 seconds or 3 minutes 30 seconds. But try to practice reading the passage a little faster than that. You'll know that you've successfully read a passage if you get the key pieces of information that we talked about in video number 3. So, to summarize, first figure out how fast you should be moving your finger to finish reading the passage in about 3 minutes, plus or minus 30 seconds. And second, see if you can comprehend the key pieces of information we mentioned while reading at that speed. If you can't comprehend enough reading that fast yet, then you know what you need to build up to. And the great thing about using our finger to read is that we can control and monitor our reading speed easily. Just slow down our finger a little bit to the point where we can understand the key pieces of information, and then slowly build up to the speed you need or want to be at. Using your finger to read is a trick that will help make sure you can read the passages in a certain amount of time and that you don't end up spending too long reading a certain passage. By using your finger, you force yourself to move along at a certain speed and you avoid potentially getting bogged down by a sentence or a paragraph in the passage. Now, moving on, we're going to talk about how you can use your finger during the actual ACT to find information faster. If a question requires you to refer back to the reading passage, don't just look for the information with your eyes. Use your finger to sweep through the passage. Your eyes will follow where your finger is moving, which will help your eyes to scan through the passage more quickly and efficiently. Your finger will help your eyes focus and continue moving quickly through the passage instead of just getting lost and wasting time and not knowing where you're at or where you need to look or where you've already looked. Think of your finger as an extra tool that you can use for the ACT that most students don't even think to use. Since our finger can train and manipulate our eyes to work faster and more efficiently, the advantages you'll gain from using your finger will give you a competitive edge over a lot of the other students for the ACT reading test, as well as for the other tests, especially the science test. You'll find that if you learn how to use your finger, or fingers from both hands, effectively, you'll be able to do the ACT reading test much more quickly and efficiently, which will help you get a higher score. So, practice using your finger to read and find information for the reading test, and experiment to find out what works best for you specifically. But whatever the case, make sure you learn to use this valuable tool for the ACT reading test that most students don't even think to use. In the next video, we'll talk about which questions you should probably skip when you're going through the reading passage and why you should skip these questions. Thanks for watching, and I will see you there.